5 seconds. We have heard with careful attention the statement by the Honorable Minister. It would have been helpful if the Honorable Minister had thought it prudent to give us in advance a copy of the statement which he has just now made. It would have helped us in formulating our own thinking for a discussion of this subject here today, but probably because it was the first time that he was making a statement on foreign policy, he did not consider it necessary to let us have an advance copy. But in future, when the Honorable Minister makes such statements, I would through you request him to let us have an advance copy to help us. The statement made by the Honorable Minister does give a fairly clear idea of how he proposes to handle the various matters that concern his charge. I must commend the transition of a leader of the opposition who used to be fairly critical of the policies followed by the Ministry of External Affairs to the position of being in charge of this ministry, handling the foreign relations of the country. I feel sometimes a little jealous of the Honorable Minister because though he may be facing complex and delicate problems in handling our relations with foreign countries, as far as this house is concerned, he would normally get our generous cooperation and support. This has been a historical fact that over the last 50 years, generally this Honorable House has extended its fullest support and cooperation to the government in its functioning and handling of the relations of this country. I consider this to be natural because foreign relations are in a sense projection of the self-interest of the country. Surely by a change of government the interests of the country do not change, and so we are happy that the new government has given this house and the country an assurance that they will pursue the policies that have been the bedrock of the foreign relations of country. There are certain basic fundamental principles which have gone into the formulation of our foreign policy. It is in a sense a development of the national movement of the country, of the struggle for freedom. I may point out that it has been this country's endeavor all along to support the freedom movement of various countries in the world of people from colonial rule. Sir, it has been the practice that we have always thrown our weight against discrimination on the basis either of color or religion anywhere in the world. We have also emphasized very often that we cannot be silent spectators when majority communities in the countries are oppressed and ruled by racial minorities. Southern Africa is an area which continues to draw our attention and concern. In Southern Africa, whether it is Rhodesia or South Africa or Southwest Africa, we find the majority of the people of the countries are ruled by a small minority in the interest of the minority and not in the interest of the majority of the people. Our entire foreign policy, as I have said, is based on our ideological commitment and is an extension of India's struggle for freedom and national liberation. There is a small point to which I would like to draw the attention of the Honorable Minister, and I hope he would not mind my drawing his attention to it. I do it only because it appears in the report of the Ministry of External Affairs. Though I was a little surprised, I am a little unhappy that this statement is being made in the printed report of the Ministry of External Affairs, and I may point out that this has been said more than once in the report. Why this was emphasized and what does it simply? Did the Honorable Minister or any member of his government or any executive of the Ministry of External Affairs ever think that in a democratic country like ours, after the elections, which have always been free and fair, the change in government would not be peaceful? Did he have any doubt about it? Are we not overplaying this peaceful change? Are we not hereby exhibiting our own doubts about the normality of the change which comes about in every democratic country of the world? Apart from a brief and unfortunate 2-year lull, and here I am referring to the earlier period, there has always been normal democratic functioning in our country. If the elections had not been held or had not been free and fair, and the change of government not normal, the Honorable Minister would not have been the Minister of External Affairs. In any case, I do not think we should give too much importance, at least in our various printed reports about the so-called peaceful change. What we say on our political platforms outside is different. Surely we do not want certificates from foreign countries about how we conduct our government and our institutions. You will kindly excuse this and take appropriate steps in this direction.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.